Welcome back to Crush Talk, where we break down all those crazy relationship dilemmas from the internet. You know the ones. Today, we are diving into one that's got everybody talking. Like, is PDA just cute, or is it something a little weirder?
Oh, this is going to be good. You know what I find so interesting about these online debates is how they show us what we all think is okay or not, especially when it comes to relationships.
Okay, so this post, it's from the Am I the A-Hole subreddit. And for anyone who doesn't know, it's basically where people go to get judged by, like, the entire internet on if they were the jerk, you know? So this one takes place at a seafood place, like one of those seafood boils. We got a couple and their friends.
Ooh, sounds messy.
Right. So for the girlfriend, she's a little picky, and the boyfriend, he's like, come on, try the lobster. He feeds her a bite, helps her crack the shell, even puts pieces on her plate. They're happy kissing, sharing a little temple kiss. Seems cute, right?
Well, on the surface, yeah, sure. It's nice he's taking care of her, you know. But context is everything. Something as simple as sharing food or a kiss, it can be seen so many different ways depending on your culture, your boundaries, the whole dynamic between people.
And that's where the drama comes in. One of their friends sees this whole lobster thing, and she is not happy about it. She pulls the girlfriend aside, like right into the bathroom, and accuses them of role-playing, hinting at something more intimate.
Oh, that word role play, that can mean so many different things. For some, it's just like playful, you know? But for others, it's got all these other meaning, like kinks and stuff. That's where things get lost in translation, especially if the friend already has certain ideas about role play.
Exactly. And the girlfriend, she's totally confused.
Yeah.
She laughs it off, thinks her friend is kidding. But the friend like doubles down, says it's not okay to do that at dinner.
So right away, they're seeing things completely differently. Was the friend putting her own spin on it, or did the couple actually cross the line? That's what got everybody on Reddit fired up.
Oh, they had opinions, all right. You wouldn't believe how divided people were on this whole thing.
What's fascinating to me is how one little story turns into this huge debate about PDA relationship dynamics and what's even considered appropriate these days.
Let's dive into those Reddit comments after a quick word from our sponsor. Stay tuned. Things are about to get juicy.
We're back on Crush Talk, and we're going to dig into all the drama about PDA and lobster.
Seriously. When I was reading through those Reddit comments, it's like everyone had their own ideas about this couple. Some people thought the boyfriend was being totally normal, like even sweet. You know?
It just goes to show you that what's normal in one relationship might be weird in another. What one person thinks is over the top, someone else is like, yeah, that's just Tuesday. It really depends on where you come from. Your experience is everything.
Exactly. Some people were all about the boyfriend. Like, he's just a good guy. He's just trying to get her to try something new. They said seafood boils are messy anyway, so of course you're going to help each other out. But then there's the other side.
The ones who thought it was way too much PDA.
Yeah. They felt like they were watching something private. Yeah. You know? Like something that shouldn't be happening out in public. And then it got even more intense when some people started saying the whole thing was giving DDLG vibes.
Now, for our listeners who maybe haven't heard that before, DDLG, that stands for Daddy Dumb Little Girl, which is a type of power dynamic in a relationship. And I do want to say this was just people on Reddit guessing. The couple never said they were in a DDLG relationship or anything like that.
But I get why some people saw it that way. The boyfriend convincing her to eat something she didn't want to see, the little forehead kiss that some people thought was like a reward. If you're already thinking about DDLG, you might see it even when it's not really there.
It's like that thing where you look for shapes in the clouds, right? You can find anything if you look hard enough. And then it gets even crazier when you read the comments about the friend. Why did she even say something? Some people said she was jealous, some said she was just being uptight, and some even wondered if she was spending too much time online, like on those weird parts of the internet, and it was messing with her idea of what's normal.
Okay.
Ah, man, the internet will take you down some rabbit holes. It's wild. This whole thing started with a couple eating lobster, and now it's about assumptions and judgments and who knows what else.
It's like a social experiment happening right there in the comments. But what can we learn from this? Like regular people just trying to figure out relationships and all that?
I think there are a few things to keep in mind. First, we all have biases, right? Things that make us see the world in a certain way. But if we can recognize those biases, then maybe we can be more open-minded and not jump to conclusions so fast.
So basically, before you go calling a couple cringy or saying they're doing some weird internet thing, maybe think about why you're thinking that. You're bringing your own baggage to the situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And the second thing is that communication is so important. If that friend had felt uncomfortable, she could have talked to the couple directly, privately.
Like she could have said something like, Hey, I notice you two are being really affectionate. Is everything okay? I'm just a little worried. That's a lot better than going straight to the roleplay accusation, which honestly just makes people defensive.
Right. Talking to each other honestly, even about awkward stuff, can prevent so much drama and hurt feelings.
And the last thing I think we can learn from all of this is that what you see online isn't the whole story. And we're back for the final round on Crush Talk. Still trying to figure out this whole lobster PDA situation.
This one really got people thinking, like what even is normal anymore?
Seriously, how much PDA is okay when you're out with your friends? Where's the line between being cute and just making everyone uncomfortable? It's a tough one.
Yeah, there's no easy answer. So many things affect that, like what culture you're from, how old you are, the vibe of the friend group. It's all different for everyone. What might be fine one time could be totally weird another time.
And then you've got the whole online thing where it's like everything gets blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Even if that couple wasn't doing the whole DDLG thing just because people thought they were, it makes you wonder how much the internet is changing how we see things in real life.
Yeah.
Like we're trained to look for certain patterns because of what we see online.
It's almost like we're wearing these special glasses, you know? Glasses that are made from all the stuff we see online, and they change how we see the real world. And that's kind of scary when you think about it, like how much of what we see is actually real and how much is just coming from inside our own heads.
That's a deep thought for sure. Probably no easy answer for that one.
Yeah.
So if we had to sum up the big lessons from this whole lobster drama, what would they be?
For me, it's all about knowing yourself and trying to see things from other people's point of view. Before we judge someone else's behavior, maybe we should look at our own biases, you know? And remember that there's always more to the story than what we see on the surface. We're all just trying to figure this whole relationship thing out, and sometimes even good intentions can get lost in translation.
True that. And that brings us back to communication, right? If something makes you uncomfortable, say something. But say it in a way that's respectful and open to hearing the other side. Don't assume the worst. Try to understand where they're coming from. You never know, a simple conversation could clear up so much drama and maybe even prevent a viral Reddit post.
I love that. Being able to talk to each other, that's the key to any relationship. Romantic friendships, even just the relationship you have with yourself.
Well said. And that is a wrap on another episode of Crush Talk. Thanks for joining us on this crazy journey through relationships and internet drama. This one really made us think, didn't it?
It really did. Always fun to untangle these relationship messes with you.
And to all you amazing listeners out there, thanks for tuning in. If you love this Lobster Dig deep dive and want to hear more juicy relationship talk, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be back soon with more stories and stuff to think about. Until then, keep those conversations going, and remember, everyone's got a story.